All right, hello there. Hope you are doing well. It is very early in the morning on Christmas Eve, and I wanted to come on here and share my thoughts briefly with you on a recent Arrow Video 4K limited edition release. Now, this came out, I think, at the end of November, and I finally got it. It was stuck in customs for about a week. I did an unboxing on this channel, but I've had a chance to watch it now and look at the special features, and I want to share my thoughts with you on this wonderful edition of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, a 1991 film directed by Kevin Reynolds, starring Kevin Costner, Morgan Freeman, Merritt, Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Alan Rickman. Fantastic cast. It also includes Christian Slater. This is the 1991 film adaptation of the classic material of the story of Robin Hood, the hero crusader from the 12th century who was involved in being a man of the people, a hero of the forgotten people. He took from the rich to give to the poor, and of course, found himself at odds with the Sheriff of Nottingham. So this is the 1991 film adaptation of that classic story from Kevin Reynolds. And I wanted to come on here and share with you my thoughts on this title for just a few minutes before we get ready for Christmas here. So it is early in the morning on Christmas Eve, and it is a cold morning, folks. It is absolutely freezing. It's below freezing. Let me show you what it looks like right here in the area that I'm in. So I'm in the Northwest Atlanta metropolitan area here in the United States, and in Woodstock, Georgia, it is 7 degrees. It's going to be a high of 24, low of 6 degrees, and it's going to be freezing all through Christmas Day. So this is a time, if you're in this area of the country, we're having record lows. There is just a winter blast going on right now in this area of the country. So if you're in a cold area, stay warm, stay safe, keep your family safe, and have a very Merry Christmas and happy holidays. But stay warm, keep the heat on, keep the faucets dripped, turn on the fireplace, do whatever you have to do to keep yourself warm and safe during this cold time in this Christmas holiday season. So I want to share with you my thoughts on this title. Of course, I have been loving these Arrow Video 4K limited edition releases all year long, starting with An American Werewolf in London, RoboCop, Tenebrae, Wild Things. Arrow has been killing it all year with these 4K limited edition releases. And when I share my top 10 favorite overall physical media releases of the year between Christmas and New Year's, that's coming out very soon, that top 10 list, you can definitely count on a few of these Arrow Video limited editions featuring prominently on that list. So I'll just leave it at that. Now, as far as Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, the 1991 film by Kevin Reynolds, this is a really fascinating film, and I really enjoyed it. This was my first time seeing this movie, and I had never seen it before. Of course, I've heard of it. I've seen the movie poster and, you know, the classic movie poster of it, but I had never seen it before, never sat down and watched it. I don't know if I've even seen a frame of it other than seeing maybe a clip or a highlight or two as part of a movie promo or what have you for some other movie. But I have never seen this film before. And so this was a really nice first time watch for me of a film that I really, really enjoyed. So let me share with you a little bit of some slides here that I have prepared here for you for this Christmas Eve presentation of this noble English crusader known as Robin of Locksley. So Kevin Costner, of course, plays Robin of Locksley. This is to the right over here is the classic movie poster. And of course, on the left, this is the poster that appears, or the cover art, really nice cover art, I might add, that appears on this nice Arrow 4K limited edition of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. This is the director, Kevin Reynolds. Of course, he directed this film. This is a picture of him, I guess, in more recent years, but this is him on the set of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves back in 1991. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, Kevin Reynolds directed this movie. Of course, you see Kevin Costner. He's in the title role. He plays Robin of Locksley. So in this movie, this is the 1991 film adaptation of the classic Robin Hood folk tale. And so in this particular adaptation, Robin of Locksley is fighting in the Crusades. It starts out with him in a prison. He's breaking out of prison with Morgan Freeman, who is a Moorish gentleman, Islamic Moorish gentleman. And they're breaking out of prison. He makes, I think that's Cortana speaking to me. How do I turn this off? Okay, sorry about that. That was the voice assistant on my MacBook here. But anyway, they break out of prison. Robin ends up making a promise to a man who's dying that he'll take care of his sister, who is Marianne, played by Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, shown in here. So she does a really nice job in her role in this movie. This is Morgan Freeman, who plays Aziz, who breaks out of the prison with Robin of Locksley. He commits himself to help him on this quest to protect Marianne and to sort of fulfill this debt. So that he plays, I think Morgan Freeman's acting performance in this movie is one of the highlights of this film. So definitely Morgan Freeman's performance is up there for me in this movie. I thought Kevin Costner's performance was fine as Robin of Locksley, but is not the overall highlight. I think Morgan Freeman brings a lot of acting heft to this film. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as Marianne. She does a nice job in this role. Really like her role in this film. She does a nice job. Alan Rickman is the other acting highlight I want to bring forward here. He plays George. He's the sheriff of Nottingham, the evil sheriff of Nottingham, and he does a really nice job being the bad guy. Alan Rickman has some really nice bad guy roles. So this is one of those roles. And of course, one of our favorites in a Christmas film called Die Hard that really enjoy him going up against Bruce Willis in that movie. So really like Alan Rickman in that film. Christian Slater plays a really nice role in this movie. In this movie as one of the people who's working with Robin Hood. And then of course the story was written by Penn Densham, and the composer is Michael Kamen. So one of the things I noticed when I first popped this disc in the player, of course, this again is my first time watching this movie. And so I had never seen this film before. And so when I first turned this film on and I heard that song, it was a reminder to me of, wow, oh, I've heard that song before, but I've never seen the movie. It's one of those things where it has a classic score or theme to it, to the music that everybody's heard, even if you haven't seen the movie. And so this is an example of that. So classic score by Michael Kamen, really enjoyed that. And Penn Densham wrote the story. Penn Densham features prominently in the special features in this Arrow limited edition. Kevin Costner, Christian Slater here, and the band of merry men here, Friar Tuck, and all of these wonderful characters. So yeah, so overall, I really enjoyed the story. I think the story is very well written by Penn Densham and the other gentleman who helped write the screenplay. And the composition, the music is absolutely phenomenal for this movie. So overall, I give the movie itself high marks. I think Kevin Costner does a nice job embodying the character of Robin of Locksley. And the story is just so well told and presented. Has a nice mixture of humor in there. I really appreciate Alan Rickman's humor. He is the evil Sheriff Nottingham, but they have a little bit of fun with his character, and I really enjoyed that. So this movie is a very fun watch. It comes in at, I believe, just over 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours and change, 2 hours. And I watched this special edition. I watched the extended version. So that was 2 hours and 35 minutes. So I think it was 2 hours and 35 minutes or 143 minutes. I get mixed up. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie overall. It is a fantastic film. is an all-time classic. And it definitely, the more I watch this will definitely rise in my, top probably perhaps 100 favorite films. It is a really, really nice and fun adventure epic film, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Now, this edition from Arrow Video is on 4K Ultra HD. And I've done an unboxing of this on this channel, so I won't do a full unboxing here. But to cut to the chase, this is a 4K Ultra HD disc. It features Dolby Vision HDR and HDR10. And this picture looks very, very nice on 4K Ultra HD. It has what I would call a very nice, it does a nice job of realizing this period piece. This takes place in the 12th century. So it has that sort of that organic, gritty look to it in terms of being out in the forest, in Sherwood Forest, and it's a very outdoorsy type film. So this restoration does a nice job of realizing that imagery from that the cinematographer captured in a really beautiful, organic way. It is not the absolute most tack-sharp presentation you will ever see, but it does a nice job of delivering nice detail, really a beautifully cleaned up image with some nice detail to it. And I think it's presented very, very well. So again, it's not the most absolute tack sharp presentation that you will see similar to a more recent film, but it's beautifully restored. It looks absolutely clean throughout. And there's plenty of detail in the faces, in the clothing, detail in the shrubbery and the landscapes of the forest. So it is beautifully detailed and it looks absolutely wonderful and organic on this 4K Ultra HD disc. So excellent presentation from a 4K standpoint. I think the Dolby Vision does a really nice job of bringing out the colors. Again, the colors don't absolutely explode off the screen, but it does a nice job of faithfully presenting the greens and the other colors of this image in this movie. So I really enjoyed that. I think the audio was also perfectly fine. I don't have the technical spec on the audio. Oh, here it is. DTS HD Master Audio 5.1 surround audio, and it sounded just fine. I was playing this on my new 4K TV that I have in our main living room, and it was playing off the speakers of that TV, and it sounded just fine from that TV. So I wasn't playing it on my 7.1 surround system that I have in my media room. I was playing it upstairs on our main TV. Well, not main TV, in our main living room, the TV we just put up there above the fireplace, and it sounded really, really nice coming off TV speakers. So I was fine with that. And as far as the special features, I mean, this is a pretty packed edition from Arrow Video from a special feature standpoint. You do get 2 audio commentaries on here. So the audio commentaries, feature, oh goodness, you get 2 audio commentaries. Here we are, featuring the director, Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner. So from the 2 Kevins, you have another commentary with Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, and then the writer is Penn Densham. Again, that writer features on the commentary, and John Watson, who I believe wrote the screenplay. And then you also have some really nice supplements on the disc. Here We Are Kings, Making Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is a new documentary. It opens up with Penn Densham telling his story. Excellent brand new documentary. You also have an archival documentary from 1991 that Pierce Brosnan hosted, so that's on here as well. And then you also have a one-on-one with the cast, which is some archival 1991 interviews with Costner, Freeman, and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Slater, and Alan Rickman. And of course, I talked about the music. So the opening theme song from that composer, I'd heard that song before so many times, but I had no idea where it was from. And it's from, of course, this movie, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. And it's excellent. Another modern day cool song that I really love, well, another cool popular song is from Bryan Adams. Everything I do I do it for you. That song is part of the soundtrack of this movie, and it is incorporated beautifully with the story of this film. That everything I do for you. And it basically, talks about what Robin Hood would do, not only for the people in freeing the people from the tyranny of the Sheriff of Nottingham, but also what he would do for love. Everything I do it for you. Of Mary Ann, played by Elizabeth Mastrantonio. So that song features prominently I believe in the ending of this film, and there's a feature on here about the Bryan Adams song. So that is excellent. You also have TV spots in the image gallery, a bunch of other stuff, but this is a really nice addition with some excellent special features that you will enjoy. And this book that's included also does a nice job talking about the making of this film, talking about, for the time period, the early 90s, Kevin Costner's role as a leading man in Hollywood and how that played out in this particular story. So you have Kevin Costner, Prince of Hollywood. You have an evergreen hero of a tale once told, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, an image gallery. And the image gallery is fantastic. Some really nice pictures from the production of this movie. So it's like a behind the scenes, pictures. And I love seeing behind the scenes, photos of a production. So that's in addition to the excellent, excellent essays that are included. So you have some really nice pictures toward the back of this booklet. Of course, the excellent, wonderful Morgan Freeman as Aziz. Like I said, he is one of the acting highlights, along with Alan Rickman, that really lifts up this film. And I just have nothing but high mark to say about how fun this film is to watch. This is a really fun film to watch. It looks amazing on 4K Ultra HD. It sounds great. And you're getting some excellent special features on this Arrow 4K limited edition. Of course, like I did on the unboxing, I'll go ahead and show this poster again. You do get the classic movie poster that I have seen countless times. And this is one of the excellent scenes in the movie. Of course, Robin Hood's a master, user of the bow and arrow. He has excellent aim, and that is highlighted in this film very well. You see this poster here, this image from the cover art. So that's really nice. So yeah, this is another excellent addition from Arrow Video. It really closes out the year for me in terms of Arrow Video's outstanding 4K limited editions that I have enjoyed all year long. Now, I imported this from the UK. It ended up spending a week in customs in Chicago before it got to me, but I finally got it about a week and a half ago in December, and I've had a chance to watch it and wanted to come on here for a few minutes and share my thoughts on this title. So let me know in the comment section below, what do you think of this film? For those of you who have seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and you're familiar with this movie, you love this movie goes way back for you. Let me know your thoughts on this film in the comment section below. Let me know what your favorite acting performances are in this film, and what are your favorite parts of this movie. This movie has so many cool parts to it from all of these characters here. I love some of the comical moments with Alan Rickman as Sheriff of Nottingham. I thought Kevin Costner was really good. I thought Morgan Freeman was masterful in his role as Aziz. Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, Christian Slater, all the supporting characters, Friar Tuck, everybody did a really nice job of putting you in that world of the 12th century England and making you feel like you were going on this journey with Robin of Locksley, Robin Hood, played by Kevin Costner. In this film from Kevin Reynolds. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from 1991, highly recommended on Arrow Video 4K. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Looking forward to the holiday coming up. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll look forward to seeing you all next time at the movies. Peace and Merry Christmas.